Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where, you know what, we're just going to jump straight into it in this video. WWE Originals. Now, I did note this in the previous video breaking down the press release, but we now have more information to reveal, including these brand new concept images, and holy James Ellsworth, this looks absolutely insane. Now, another press release said that these WWE Originals would include their own worlds to play in, but I had no idea that this was what they were actually getting at, as we're literally getting a ring set up in the middle of a swamp that is filled with zombies, some of which don't even have heads. On top of that, we're also getting unique models like these ones, which show Braun Strowman as Frankenstein's monster and Bray Wyatt as a Swamp Thing-like creature, which really does dial the crazy up to a whole new level. Now, I know that the reveal of this feature won't appeal to everyone, however for those that it does, you'll be pleased to know that each of the Originals DLC will also come with 2K Showcase add-ons that feature some kind of story to go along with the world and its superstars, which should prove to be extremely interesting. So that's WWE Originals, which is the thing that I'm most looking forward to, but let's get back to reality, as this year we once again see the return of the 2K Showcase, which is this time focused around the women's evolution, and more specifically the four horsewomen: Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. This mode will tell the story of their rise in WWE and the role that they played in the women's evolution all the way from their early career to the present day. Whilst we don't yet know which matches or attires will be featured, we do get some clips featuring real world matches involving the four horsewomen that could hint at their inclusion, with these matches being Becky Lynch vs Sasha Banks on the October 9th 2014 episode of NXT, Sasha Banks vs Bayley at NXT TakeOver New York, Bayley vs Charlotte on the June 5th 2014 episode of NXT. Then we jump into the future as we've got Sasha Banks against Ruby Riott on the Raw Before Evolution, Becky Lynch vs Charlotte vs Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35, Bayley vs Alexa Bliss vs Mickie James in a Money in the Bank qualifying match from earlier this year, Bayley vs Charlotte vs Sasha Banks vs Nia Jax at WrestleMania 33, Sasha Banks vs Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble 2019, Sasha Banks vs Alexa Bliss at Great Balls of Fire, Sasha Banks, Bayley and Natalya vs the Riot Squad at Evolution, Bayley attacking Sasha on the June 25th 2018 edition of Raw, Becky on SmackDown in the lead up to last year's Money in the Bank, possibly from her match with Sonya Deville, and finally Becky vs Charlotte at Fastlane earlier this year. So that's all the real world footage shown in the Women's Evolution Showcase tease. I wouldn't expect all of those matches to be in, as a lot of them aren't pivotal moments in the Women's Evolution. However, I could definitely see some of the bigger matches making it, such as Sasha vs Bayley at NXT TakeOver New York, both WrestleMania matches, Banks against Rousey at the Royal Rumble, and the 6-woman tag team match from Evolution. While we continue to speculate on the matches, one thing that we do know is the default attires for the four horsewomen, as we have Becky Lynch sporting her The Man t-shirt and leather jacket, Sasha Banks and Bayley wearing their Boss and Hug Connection attires from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and Charlotte featuring her dark red attire from Fastlane. Aside from the women, we also have our first look at the updated Street Profits, who can be seen here sporting their current red and white attires, plus we've also got this awesome shot of Stone Cold, who also seems to have received a new model this year. Finally, let's talk MyCareer mode, as the press release for the game revealed that we'll be able to play the first ever women's MyCareer this year. However, it doesn't appear to be exactly as it seems, as rather than individual MyCareers for the women and for the men, instead, judging by this new footage, it would appear that there is either one MyCareer story that involves you creating both a male and female superstar to use, or there's two separate careers which cross over at certain points and then see both characters teaming up. What is interesting though is this shot of what looks to be the boiler room, as this confirms a new backstage area for MyCareer mode in which you'll encounter Papa Shango. However, it could also hint at this being a new backstage location to wrestling, similar to the boiler room environments that we've seen in past games. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, but one element that we do know is returned to the game is mixed tag team matches, as not only will these be a part of MyCareer mode, but we'll also be able to wrestle mixed tag team matches outside of the mode, as confirmed by this new footage, which gives us our first glimpse at Nia Jax and Braun Strowman, as well as Asuka and The Miz. Of this new footage, personally I feel there is a big improvement in the quality of the models, as they all look so much better than they did in 2K19, which is great to see. Speaking of updated models, rounding out the video, we have a new screenshot of Roman Reigns, as Reigns celebrated the announcement of him being revealed as one half of this year's cover stars by posting this image on social media. Now personally, I don't think this is the best shot of Reigns, as the lighting hides a lot of the texture on his face. However, looking at his model in the trailer footage under the ring lights, I feel it looks a lot better. So there you go, that is it for this video, but again we've got plenty more to come, so if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming content, and of course let me know what you think of all this news in the comments. Until next time though, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.